Well, real simple. For 3 weeks in a row, we've put ourselves in precarious situations to where we figured out a way to win the game at the end. You know, and just give the guys a bunch of credit for hanging in there and continuing to play and not caving in when they have the opportunity to cave in. So just extremely proud of them and obviously glad that we pulled it out. But the way we pulled it out is just kind of who this team has become. And our guys have kind of, took to that and just figured out ways to win. Is the bottom line. Questions?
Dave, we were trying to figure out the last time your offense scored a touchdown, and all of a sudden in the last 5 minutes you scored a touchdown and drive down. What was the difference in the last 5 minutes and what's in the first 55?
Well, we threw that interception to get them to relax a little bit. So once they pick sixed us and went up by 7, we figured that they would relax and we would be able to call some plays that worked. It's a struggle. I don't know. I mean, it's all about blocking, obviously. We do a very average job of that. I think our confidence has kind of taken a little bit of a hit the last 3 weeks. But again, give South Florida credit. They got a good defense. Defensive line-wise, they spent a lot of time in our backfield. It really changes how I call things, compared to the way I've done it in the past. Just give our guys credit for hanging in there and not folding, just continuing to play. There is a lot of times out there that I didn't feel real confident in what we were calling. But again, you can't quit. You just got to keep going.
Last series, you were able to throw the ball downfield a little bit more, and I know you said more than the game. Is that due to what they were doing? Did you do anything different?
Yeah, they started crowding the box a little bit more. They did a good job of crowding the box and backing people up, and just when we tempoed and we started going faster, then we limited what they did. But then the problem is when you're not getting yards, when you have 3 and out, you put your defense out there a lot. And, we put our defense out there a lot in the second half due to playing fast, the kickoff return. So our defense was out there a lot in the third quarter. So it's really risky to start tempo. But that was what we should have been doing to get them to where they were kind of base.
Stedman's catch, considering what was at stake, how big was that out there? Was it?
I'd say it's pretty good. Gino called the play, which obviously him and Stedman have pretty good rapport. And we were going to key that safety. And if that safety played over, then we're going to hit Tavon up the middle. But the safety didn't play over. He played back, and as Stedman was able to come underneath him, and heck of a throw and catch.
Dustin Garrison really stepped up in the fourth quarter. You want to talk about his play a little bit?
Dustin, I just think gets better as the game goes on. The more you give it to him, the more he plays, the better he is. So he played well, and we didn't give up on the run. Just kept forcing him in there, and once we wore him down a little bit, he was able to get free.
Sean Alston got Stedman up off the ground. You may not have seen that, but he got him off the ground to get him lined up. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to kick that field goal. How huge was that?
Yeah, Sean's a smart player, and Stedman was just dead. He was tired. You could see it 2 or 3 plays before that. And everybody, defense was the same way. Just everybody was tired. Like we said all week, it's a short week. You got to give it everything you got. We got time to rest afterwards, and we'll take the next 4 days off. And I would assume everybody involved is going to do a lot of sleeping. And a lot of rest and a lot of relaxation. But Sean, that was smart. To get him up and get him lined up, that was pretty smart. I was yelling at him, but he couldn't hear it. Get up. I mean, that only goes so far.
Any words to Tyler when he went up Wittenberg?
No, I ignore those guys. The more you talk to them, the more you screw them up. So I ignore them. I stay completely away from them.
First conference championship as a head coach?
Yeah, it's for these guys. I mean, these guys they're the ones doing all the work out there. And we set that goal in the beginning of the season, and again, had some setbacks to the point to where we could have could have tanked it. We could have folded the tent. We could have just went through the motions, but those guys didn't do it. It has a lot to do with the 22 seniors and a bunch of kids that like to play and a bunch of kids that like to be around each other. So everybody pulled together and got everybody through it.
Do you have any words for Cincinnati on Saturday?
Cincinnati's a good team. They're well coached. They're a good team. They don't need our words of wisdom to want to win the game to be co-Big East champs as well. So I think they'll be playing pretty hard.
To go through that last drive without a timeout, I mean, how hard is that?
Nah, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to timeouts, actually. You can do specific things offensively. You can do things specific to stop the clock, whether you kill it, whether you get out of bounds, whether you have incomplete passes, that sort of thing. So I encouraged Jeff to use as many timeouts defensively as he needed to in the third quarter because we were out there so much.
Defense, did you sort of have to spackle the tape? There was a lot of injuries. You were playing a lot of backup guys and such.
Yeah, we're not playing a lot to begin with, and when they're out there that long, I mean, they're going to wear it out. It's been a long last 3 games, and it's been a long 6 days. We've had 8 quarters of football in the last 6 days, and those guys have given everything they got. Our team plays with a bunch of effort, so that wears on them.
And for 3 games now, you kind of mentioned that find a way. Maybe I already know this, just follow a script.
Yeah, that's what we talk about. We've kind of figured out who we are when it comes to, just a team that plays hard and plays hard for 4 quarters. Plays with a bunch of energy, gets really excited to play, make plays, and when your teammates make plays, and above all else, just keep playing. No matter what happens, keep playing, and in the end, we'll find a way to win. Great team effort. All 3 sides of the ball did stuff to win. Big part of it. It's kind of what you call a team. And these guys have finally got it. All right, guys. Appreciate it.